All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday, guys. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Happy Friday, everyone. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope everyone. You guys on YouTube, hope you all took advantage of the gold buys from yesterday that we spoke about and took on stream. Excuse me. Excuse me, let me just see here. Where is everyone? Did everyone, you guys on YouTube, did you hold the gold buys that we took yesterday? Yeah, we had to jump off because we were getting ready for D show. But did you guys on YouTube, did you hold the gold buys that we took yesterday? Yesterday was an amazing day in the markets for day trading and the longer term plays. Audio and video good, awesome. Thank you, man. Welcome back, everyone. If any of you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known. This would help. If we had this, I think this would help quite a lot. This was all the way over there. So I don't know how the audio was good. That mic was. Let me make sure we're on the right mic here. There we go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. If any of you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 7 years and mainly focus on gold futures here in the European session. So welcome back, everyone. Let me just see the guys on YouTube chat. Yep, you guys got great W into 4,000, held. Yeah, ripped like a minute after I jumped off. Yeah, it did. It ripped literally pretty much as we jumped off, but I still held the trade. I got out right at these highs for about, I think it's about 115, 120-ish ticks, which was absolutely amazing. Yeah, exactly, man. Focus on one of it. Yeah. Yesterday's it was a shame we couldn't. Well, we stayed on Zoom, but you guys on YouTube, it was a shame we couldn't stick around and watch it play out together because it was pretty much after we jumped off, it went, yeah, absolutely crazy. But like I said, I would post it on Twitter as well. So if you guys are on X, remember to tag myself, tag Topstep, hashtag London Open. And this was that was the play that we took here yesterday, guys. Absolutely amazing trade. Now, not much has come up this week in terms of the hour and a half that we're here for. But when it does come up, we absolutely take advantage of it. And this was a great play. We're ending the month off very, very well. I'll show you guys some of my monthly stats here as well. I did export all of my top step trades for the month. So we'll have a look at some of that today. We'll have a look at some gold trades. We'll break down NQ. We had massive Amazon earnings last night, which was amazing. Made a lot of money trading Amazon last night. Yeah, that was the gold trade. So yes, here we took it. Guys on Zoom crushing it. Hamza took 8,750. Some guys absolutely banking, and you guys were always tuning in as well. So you guys who are here on YouTube, remember to tag myself, the Aaron Trades, hashtag London Open at Topstep. And I will see your guys' trades even when we jump off the stream as well. So, yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely run yesterday on gold. Absolutely amazing run. So let's have a look, see what we got here for today. We just have a quick look at the news. I don't think we have anything today. Let me see. Friday 31st. Happy Halloween as well, people. Happy Halloween. 31st of October. Let me see. We have some Canadian dollar GDP, but doesn't really weigh too much impact on gold. So nothing crazy on the calendar. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. So let's see what we get on gold for the day. So after our London trade, I pretty much just locked myself out for the day, and didn't really trade for the rest of the day. I did trade another account to take over another payout, but I didn't really trade too much yesterday. And that's the goal for you guys, get your trade and, close the charts and go enjoy life. Don't sit here and give it all back. So let's have a look, see what we can get here for today, guys. Final trading day of the month. How's gold looking on this monthly time frame? It's gone from looking very bullish to almost flipping back bearish to all of a sudden, now you're getting right back above. So yesterday's candle You guys who were trading Asia today, you guys had easy longs. Longs up into this previous daily high was very nice. If you guys remember yesterday, we said there's a high chance you could come up and fill in this wick from Wednesday. So it's exactly what we did. We tagged the lows here in the futures, pushed all the way right back up, and now we have hit this previous daily high. So gold right now, we are back at some, we took advantage of the buys yesterday. We're kind of back at this big daily resistance. So big daily resistance, big daily support right here. Daily is a little bit doji right now, but we're still pretty bullish here on the intraday time frame. We just tagged the highs here. We're holding 4,050. We're kind of wicking back above 4,000 as well. Trading back above 4,000 is a very bullish sign for gold, especially on this higher time frame. Are we long NQ or short? Neither right now. We are neither right now. If that means, can you break down NQ? Yeah, I can break down NQ, but we are neither right now. Right now we are looking at Goldie. But yeah, we can have a look at NQ as well. We'll have a look at all markets this morning, guys. So gold, it's in a bit of an interesting area. You guys who are trading Asia, you had the easy buys up. Actually came towards the end of the day again. Came up, tagged the highs, pulled back. So you've grabbed the upside liquidity. You're now pulling back down. So gold is stuck in a little bit of a messy range here. And this is the hourly time frame. So that's why I'd be keen to look at some other markets here instead. You've had a pretty decent bounce here already. And you guys, look at this bounce here already. Came down, tagged the lows, breaking back above. I think some of you guys in Discord did get these longs already, right? Some of you guys are already in these longs. Got longs at 40.13.8 in Asia. In and out, yeah, nice. Some of you guys are already in and out, nice. You got long gold in Asia at 4,013 in Asia. Let me see, man. Let me see. 4,013. Let's see the trade. Let's have a look. We got time. Let's have a look. 13.8. So you got long 40.18 and stopped at the 30-minute fake out, but ended up getting stopped out. Let's have a look. So you got a 30-minute fake out. To me, there's no 30-minute fake out here, unless I'm missing something. Unless you got it. Oh, did you? Maybe you took it from here. Sorry, maybe you took this one. If you took that 30-minute fake out, yeah, that's actually nice because you came down, grabbed the lows, and closed bullish. If that's the one you took, your stop loss would be below the liquidity low. Yeah, it did kind of mess around before having the push. But maybe when you start to reclose back bullish, if you did take the break even here, as you get back above, maybe give your trade a second chance. So if you took it at the 4:30 London candle, yeah, I like that buy. That was a good buy. That was a really good buy. Nice. Sean still long from 5:30. 5:30. This one, nice. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. That one, you've been like that. Where are you targeting, Sean? Oh, nice. Look at this with the trade. Huge trade, man. Long NQ now. We'll have a look at NQ. Where's your targets for this trade, Sean? You still in? You out? Yeah, it's a pretty decent run. 5:30 London time. Pre-London moves come with the fun again. Silver was perfect. Yes, silver was absolutely perfect. Wow, look at that, Jake. Passed my first combine off the trade yesterday. Thanks for all of the help over the past few months. That's absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. That's what we love to hear. Yeah, the trade yesterday was fantastic, so good job. Amazing, man, amazing. 410 morning star. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. USD CAD, we don't trade currencies here, man. This is futures. We can trade the US dollar, we can trade the Canadian dollar, but I don't trade, we don't trade currencies here, man. We just trade futures. We're trading the futures. You can trade currencies on the futures exchange. You could trade the Canadian dollar, which is CAD against the US dollar, which I assume is pretty similar, but the prices that you've given here will be very different. So gold, let's I kind of want to see how we're going to react on these highs, guys, because you have had this pretty decent bounce here from 4,000, but looking at where gold's coming into, you're kind of right back up into resistance. You've kind of bounced off support with no real upside targets. you know, I look at this higher time frame and you're kind of holding resistance, holding support, final trading day of the month. So I think gold's going to need a little bit of time. You know, that's not to say we can't trade it, but it just needs a little bit of time. 172, look at that. Ian with the bank already. Ian, man, leave some for us. Leave some for us. Let's have a look at NQ. Let's have a look. So, obviously we had massive Amazon earnings come out yesterday. Amazon had an absolutely incredible run. Wow, look at that. Another payout to end the month. Bruno with another payout. How many is that this month? 3 payouts. That is absolutely amazing, man. How much have you taken out this month, Bruno? That's amazing. What's that? Close to like 7, 8, 9,000, Bruno? Bruno with another payout. Absolutely amazing. Thanks, Aaron and GC. That's all your hard work, man. That's absolutely amazing. 4 payouts. So Bruno's got, what, 4 payouts here. 2.8 thousand, 2.6 thousand, 1,900, 2,500. Incredible. Yeah, October's been a very, very, very good month. I'll show you guys some of my October stats in a minute as well. So let's have a look here at NQ. About 10k, yeah, Bruno. 10k payout for the month on Topstep. Absolutely phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Incredible work, man. Incredible work. Yeah, nice. I like that, Sean. I like that. Be interested to see how the currency is in the 4 hour. So, NQ, bit of a weird daily close yesterday. You know, you wicked out previous daily highs. You also wicked out some lows here as well from the 28th, which is what, Tuesday, I believe? Yeah, so you wicked out some lows from Tuesday. You held back above 26,100. You also held big resistance here at 26,400 and pretty much closed in the exact same place that we opened. With the fact that this daily's opening and instantly pushing up, makes me think you might come for a little bit more of a pullback here. Maybe retest 26,100 one more time before potentially squeezing. Let's have a look. So you've just had a, here, you see tag the highs, rip down. Yesterday came down, tagged the lows, ripped all the way back above. And now you're squeezing back higher. Tag the lows bullish. So intraday is bullish. So you definitely wouldn't want to be selling this just yet. Look at this. Tagging the lows, breaking back higher. So where could NQ come to in the London session? I mean, look at this hourly. We're tagging lows, we're closing bullish. If we get back above, you could see some longs on NQ to come back up into this next resistance level at 26,280. You know, this is some pretty decent bullish price action here. If you can close bullish, this to me looks pretty nice. Look at this. You just came down, tagged lows bullish, breaking back higher. So if you kind of break this little, you know, you've kind of got a little bit of a trend line coming down here. You're trying to break that. So if you can hold above this, yeah, you could see some longs here in NQ. Aaron, have you ever dealt with intraday trailing drawdown with other firms? And how did you approach managing that? We're here, man. We're here. We approach that by trading on Topstep. How to deal with trailing drawdown on other firms is come and trade at Topstep. That's the secret. That's the secret sauce right there. If you find it a bit annoying dealing with trading drawdown, well, just trade on a prop firm that doesn't make you deal with that. Topstep, amazing. End of day. Couldn't get any easier. What question? Yeah, you were asking for that. Yes, I have, and it's very annoying. It's very annoying. I just try again. Just don't go through the headache. You know, don't try and search for something else that doesn't exist. That's the reason I trade here on Topstep. That's the reason we live stream here on Topstep every day. I've been trading on Topstep for way longer than I have even been streaming here. So if you guys think, oh yeah, he's just saying that because he streams on Topstep, it's like, no, I've been using Topstep for way before we've even been here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, do the market mastery course. Yes, exactly. So yeah, we do have London open about 10 minutes here, guys. If we can hold above here at NQ, we do see some nice upside coming in. You've already had a very decent run here, though. Look at this. You came down, grabbed some lows, you've broken back above. No real pullback, so it would have been, you wouldn't have to quick to execute this. but you're already breaking back above. So if you can pull back, yeah, NQ longs do look nice, but to be honest, could potentially come into the New York session, I wouldn't mind shorting this for a bit of a pullback. I mean, I say I wouldn't mind shorting it. It's a bit too bullish for me to want to short, but I could see a pullback coming in. So NQ's having some nice volume here. Goldie trying to get back above. You know, could you say, can gold come up and retest these highs? I mean, it could, but is it as probable of a liquidity level as we took yesterday? You know, the reason we took this long yesterday is because we had such, you know, clear as day targets. Well, and it was actually a great buy in the New York session again. When you close this bullish call, you're going to come tag these highs. So unless you know, break out more, like let's say if gold breaks out like this, let's say if gold breaks out to here, and then it starts to reject, then I'll go, okay, cool. Now you'll probably get a lot of people trying to short here, risking off these highs. Therefore, now I can have more confidence to want to buy up into these levels, which is pretty much exactly what happened yesterday. And I did miss this trade, unfortunately, yesterday because I was pretty much done for the day. But there was a great buy here in the New York session on gold. You know, once you see this close bearish, close right back above, hold support, and close bullish, you know, buying this candle here on gold at 2 o'clock London time up into these highs is a easy trade. Easy trade. So you've closed bullish, you've had a nice fake out, you now can see very clear targets where you never grab these highs. You know, that's a 160 tick trade yesterday on top of the 100 tick trade that we took on stream yesterday. So to me, I would want to see something similar here on gold to want to take this trade. You know, I kind of look at this and I go, well, you haven't really grabbed that much. I think even if gold was going to come and tag these highs, which I don't know if we will, it's not like a huge level that I think we need to come and grab these highs, but I think even if we were, you'd probably see a bit of a liquidity wait before then. Maybe you get back above and then we take it. So yeah, what's going on there, Hamza? You get back in the waiting room for that. I'm going to put Hamza back in the waiting room for a little bit. Let him think about what he's done. Just woke up, welcome man. Sent you my NQ longs on IG. Don't have X, cool man, nice. I'll check it after. Check it after this. Just above support, above a level of support. Here, you broke below. They closed right back above, like just little support level. You had some support. You broke it, closed above. You can see nice support here again. Big push. I'm also, I mean, you broke bearish and then instantly broke right back bullish. You also had 3 equal highs here as well. But yeah, pretty much, I mean, yeah, breaking above a level of support resistance. Yeah, so Goldie, you know, yesterday, you know, we had easy longs yesterday. Did tick over a nice $5,000 for the month here on my one account here on Topstep. I have 5 of these accounts. Unfortunately, it's not 5 times 5. But it's not too far off. And yeah, we'll see. Like I say, final trading day of the month. Not to say we can't get trades in the final trading day of the month, but you know, if you've had a great month, do you want to risk a good month by trying to take a trade in the final day of the month? Maybe, we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, gold could come down for a bit of a liquidity wick. We have this London open here in 7 minutes. NQ is breaking back nice and high here. If you guys are looking at any currencies, you know, feel free to send it over. I would like to see how this London Open is going to close here for gold. We're going to wick back above this support and have this pullback, or are we going to start to close bearish? It almost, to me, looks like a little bit of an intraday head and shoulders here. Kind of sort of got left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Yeah, could you pull back into 4,000? Maybe. It's not really, there's not really, you know, when we jumped on gold yesterday, you're like, okay, cool. Easy liquidity targets. Easy direction for the day. Whereas we jump on it here, I'm like, well, I'm not really too sure just yet. So therefore, I probably just want to wait for a little bit more price action. To be honest, if I had to give a say of what I think will happen here on gold, I think you'd probably come down and spike some of this trend line. You kind of had this 1, 2, 3, 4th touch of the trend line. What do we know with trend lines is that's where most people try and buy and sit their stops down just below. So you may come down and squeeze some lows before we potentially see that long. So let's watch gold around these levels. My brain is off. Hamza's brain is off for the day because he's been making too much money this month. But yeah, October has been a very, very, very good month. A very good month. Yeah, you guys who are in the US, yeah, London. The London Open is different for you guys until your guys' clock change, which I believe. When do you guys in the US? When do your clocks change? Is it this weekend? I believe. 2nd of November. Yeah, your guys' clocks change this weekend, this Sunday. Whereas the clocks have already changed here. So right now it is 7:54 London time. So you got London Open in 6 minutes here. 6 minutes. If you got other guys who do want to share your trades, remember, if you hashtag London Open, I'll be able to see your guys' trades at myself and at Topstep as well. And I'll see if I can see your guys' trades. There we go. Nice. Look at this. MGC short. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. That was the trade that from yesterday. Look at this. What were the trades from yesterday? You're gonna get your profits up there again, Bruno. Bruno's got lots of profits to share. Oh, look at this gold breaking back high here, guys. My last couple of minutes here of the hourly is very important. If you close above, cool. You may squeeze higher and maybe grab this trend line into New York. Have a look at the yen if you have time. Absolutely, we can have a look at the yen. We have plenty of time. Absolutely. Let's have a look. NQ's breaking out beautifully here, guys. You may get some longs on NQ at the London Open. Yeah, have a look at the yen. I know the yen's been on a yen's been on a huge sell-off for quite some time. Yeah, yes, yep. We can have a look at yes. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So yen's on a huge sell-off. To the left, what do we have? It's like the opposite of gold. New all-time lows. Look at this. New all-time lows for the yen. Surely not. I can't see that far back. So I'm trying to trade all-time highs on gold, so we're trying to trade all-time lows. So there's not really much to the left here on the yen. You know, this monthly is about to close extremely bearish, which is not good for the yen. You know, you're breaking below some huge, huge, huge levels. Remember, guys, it's the final trading day of the month, so it's always worth just having a quick look at that monthly candle and see how we're about to close. Yeah, this big sell-off. Again, I'm not really too sure about the fundamentals behind the yen. Maybe US dollar's getting stronger, yen's getting weaker, but we're having a nice sell-off here, pulled back, continued short. So, I mean, the only thing that we have to really work off here is this price action. Beyond this, we don't really have that much. So what I would say with the yen is, you know, same to the way we trade gold, is you're very likely to come down and squeeze these lows. If you can get a pullback to sell it, fantastic. I would continue selling. I certainly wouldn't be buying this. So I look at this mark and I go, okay, cool. If I want to trade this, it's a pretty easy daily bias. Just keep selling it at any pullback opportunity. Again, though, would I want to sell it this low? Not really, not right now. I'd probably want to see a bit of a pullback to then see if you could potentially short the yen. I don't think there's a great setup here personally. I'd be interested to see what you know, when you guys do want me to look at some instruments. You know, feel free to send over what you guys are looking at as well, and we'll see if it correlates. But I don't really see too much here, other than you'll probably continue selling. Yeah, I know it's on a, where is it? Yeah, look at this, crazy, crazy, crazy. Look at this, huge. This is insane. Absolutely insane. Yes, absolutely, yes. There could be a lot of profit taken today, 100%. A lot of profit taken could give some weird moves in the markets. We've got London Open in about 2 minutes here, guys. Having a look at ES. So pretty similar to NQ. You almost filled in this gap here. You can kind of see this daily's been pretty doji for the past 1, 2, 3 days. Even off the back of FOMC, we didn't really do that much. Now, we have had a lot of earnings this week, so it could explain a lot. You know, your huge support, huge resistance. I'm not a huge fan of the technicals here. The only thing I can really see, let's just delete all of this for a second. The only thing I can really see here on ES is massive support, wicking some major, major, major lows, and potentially going to try and get back higher. Now, the only thing I think of when I see this is like, well, where could we potentially get long? Because you're coming right into some big resistance. Although I do think you'll break this and continue squeezing higher. Do I want to be buying right here? Or do I want to be buying back at the lows? I do believe, you know, if I was to look at this, I'd like ES to maybe come back up and test these resistance levels at 69.30. 69.30 could be a nice retracement level on ES. But surprisingly, I do think NQ's looking nicer here. But I'd be watching pullbacks into 69.30. Oh, look at this. Gold's going to get a strong breakout here, guys. Nice hourly breakout here on gold. So you may have the potential to buy this. That support's being held. You're going to break this resistance. Where would you be looking to target above this level here next on gold? Here, I guess. 50-minute fake out. Yeah, possibly. See this hourly close here. That's a good question, man. Risk settings per trade or dynamic risk. Yeah, I'm typically risking on this account here. My main London account, 100, 200, 300 per trade. Average winning trade 200, average losing trade 169. Biggest loss this month was 860. Biggest win this month was 900 the next day. So I'm trying to risk between 200 to 300. And risking 200, 300. Well, we've locked in a nice $5,000 in this one account this month. So that's pretty much what I'm sticking between. And in terms of your question of what's an A rank setup look for me, yesterday's live trade. Yesterday we took some amazing gold buys on stream, and that to me is a A plus setup for many of different reasons. So if you were on yesterday's stream, you know, not only did we take this trade live, but I explained exactly why I was going live. Why I was going long, where I was going long, why I was waiting for a breakout, and why I was targeting these highs here, and where I was looking to manage. So yesterday's stream, if we get another trade here today, fantastic, we'll show it. But yesterday's stream is a fantastic example of what an A plus setup looks like. And I have recorded this into a trade breakdown for a day in the life video coming very soon as well. So yeah, yesterday's one, if you know, the good thing about trading live here is you can literally go back and watch whichever stream that you want to go back and watch. So if you're here on the Topstep channel, you can go back and watch yesterday's stream where I talk about this whole entire position live. But I will put it into a trade breakdown on my channel as well. Yeah, nice. 15 fake out. Was there a 15 fake out? Yes, there definitely was. But again, you know, 15 fake out, that's all well and good, but where is your targets? If you have clear targets, great. You know, you could come up and test these highs. Me personally, guys, I'm not taking this gold trade. I just look to the left and I just don't think it makes that much sense. It's like I could see it maybe grabbing the highs, but it's not a trade like yes, I'm like, oh yeah, we need to grab this. Like, look at this. You're buying into huge resistance. Unless you're long all the way down here, from like where I believe Sean's in long from, or some of the other guys are in long from down here, off that hourly fake out. Hourly fake out's way nicer than a 15 fake out. Look at this. You closed bearish, tagged the lows bullish, broke right back above. So unless you're long from down here, personally, I wouldn't be toying with the ideas from long up here. Because you could hit this resistance and just sell off. And it's going to be one of them trades where you're going to look back and you go, damn, why was I buying up here? You know, I should have been buying down here, not up here. So for me personally, you know, gold could squeeze higher. Personally, I'm happy to miss that trade. That just wouldn't be my trade. Let's have a look at NQ here, guys. NQ. So tag the lows nice and bullish. See, NQ looks good for a long here. This does look good for a long. Let's see here, guys. If I'd taken NQ long here, I will fire up a combine. I'm not going to trade my main account here on NQ on the final trading day of the month. But this looks like a nice long from here. Can you speak in a Scouse accent for the next 30 minutes? I wouldn't even attempt to even try. And I think we would probably lose 90% of the viewers. So unfortunately not. Seeing inverse head and shoulders forming on GC on the hourly. Breakout to 4,200. Nah, not even Australian, man. Breakout to 4,200. I mean, that's ages away. 4,200 is all the way back up here. That's from where we are now up into 4,200. That's like 1,700 ticks away. That's ages away. I mean, it's not to say it can't happen, but we're not really trying to think about what's going to happen in 1,700 ticks time. We're trying to think about where's the next 100, 200 tick move going to happen within here? So it's not to say you can't come up into 4,200. Are you going to do it today on the final trading day of the month? It's unlikely. But again, you know, we're trying to focus on what's happening right now. Don't worry about what might happen on the up there. Let's think about this right now. But could I see gold come back into 4,200 again? I mean, yeah, if I look at it on a daily time frame, if this daily flips bullish again, yeah, you could easily come back up into 4,200. I mean, there's some huge barriers before that. You know, 4,100 would be a very, very big target, and then 4,150. But in terms of trying to find what we could see right now, I don't really see any reason to think so just yet. Just tagged me on X. Nice, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Did you hashtag London Open? Let me just have a look. Let's have a look. Did you hashtag, oh, you tagged me, maybe? Let's see. Nice. Oh, you did tag, that's weird. You did tag London Open. Why did it not come up there? Latest. Am I doing something wrong here? Maybe I've been missing some of you guys' trades. Yeah, if you tag me, then I'll probably see it here. Nice. Oh, nice. Wow, look at that. Yeah, that was a great trade. That's kind of pretty much what I was just saying, man, where I'll give you a repost there, man. Beautiful trade. That was that trade where I was like, you know, the trade here on gold, you know, we should be buying from down here. So you got long from down here. So, you know, as you're hitting these highs, you know, you're taking profit on your longs. You're not entering new long trades. So for the guys who are looking for new long trades on gold, well, if you're buying from down here, where would you be taking profit? Well, if you'd be taking profit from here, does it make any sense to start entering new long positions? Not really. And this is a great trade, man. This is a great trade. The nicest trade here, I think you're on the 30-minute. Fantastic. Nicest trade from here would probably be here. Because what you'd want to see is, once you close bearish, you probably want to see a bit of a bullish candle closure. So once this candle tags the lows and closes bullish, you know, you buy that 430 candle. That's a great trade. So that is a fantastic trade, man. 200 ticks. Look at that. Amazing. 200 ticks is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Amazing work. Great work. So you could see NQ, you know, I've been watching NQ from around here, guys. I don't trade NQ very often on this account, but we can draw it up as if we were going to take it. I'm potentially looking for a potential 5-minute morning star play here on NQ. Continuing to buy based off that hourly, tagging lows and closing very bullish. I would want to see this hourly bottom wick like we are, and then start to re-break some highs. So I'll draw this up as if we were going to take it. I'm not going to jump in here. I don't have a combine here to trade, but I'm not going to jump in this one, but let's see if I'll kind of explain this as if I was actually going to take this NQ trade. Goldie's still back at the highs as well. Goldie squeezing. Goldie squeezing. Look at the intraday price action here on gold though. Looks very corrective here on gold. Very corrective. When you compare it to yesterday's trade, look at this lovely run up. Why was this run up so nice? Well, because we had a level where most people were trying to short, so you had great pushes into them highs. Same as this long yesterday. You had an inverse. Look how perfect this trade was here yesterday, guys. I missed this one unfortunately because I got my great London trade. But look how perfect this trade is here. A nice left shoulder. There's your head, which is also a liquidity grab. Right shoulder. Break back above. Clear targets. Bam. Absolutely beautiful trade. They're the plays we want. Like this and like this. Whereas here, I don't really see that right now. And guess what? That's also okay. Here we go. 760 people tuning on YouTube, guys. Remember, drop a like for the Top Step stream here as well. It's been a very good month in the markets. A very good month in the markets. We have made some great trades. I remember, guys, it's the final trading day of the month. So, you know, if you get a trade, fantastic. You know, even trade it a small size, trade a combine. Don't feel like you have to go all in on the last trading day of the month. NQ selling back off here. So, if I was looking to buy NQ, guys, I'd be waiting for it to re-break some highs. Could you could you explain the morning star, please? I hear you say it quite often, but I don't know what it refers to. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely, we can. Let's have a look here on gold. Let's look for a higher time frame on here. Where's a nice higher time frame on here? We had a nice 5-minute one for our longs yesterday. So these are the longs that we took here yesterday, and see there's a few in here, but the nice morning star play here is right here. So what actually is the morning star? Well, I'll show you a textbook setting of it, and then I'll show you how I use it. Trading morning star. Aaron, I see you have VUP indicator, but you rarely use it. Yep. Is that a statement? Is that a question? I do have it on. Yeah, I don't really use it very often, but I do like to have it on there. So here's a morning star to the lows and evening star to the highs. To be fair, that's not probably the, here's a nicer example. Actually, that's nicer. So this is a nice morning star play. When you close bearish, the middle candle comes down, tags the lows, holds back above, and then you get that nice breakout. You see here? This is a good one as well. You tag the lows, hold the support, and then you wick back above. So if you look here on gold, you reject, close bearish, tag the lows, wick back above, and then you have that breakout. So it's a very nice reversal sign. You kind of see you have one here as well. Again, you have another one here. So the reason that these morning star plays are so nice is because typically this part here, if you can spot this on a higher time frame, that's our liquidity grab on a lower time frame. So for instance, where's an example? Let me try to find an example. Where's an example on a higher time frame? And gold loves to do it all the time. You're going to see that there's one here. I'm trying to find a cleaner example. Okay, well, you got one here in pre-London. Look at this perfect morning star play right here. Look at this. So you close bearish, you then tag the lows, you close back above, and then you take your long trade. So it's a very nice reversal sign on gold. And the way to trade it is ideally once this candle grabs the lows and closes bullish, then you want to be buying this candle, risking off that middle candle because that's typically the liquidity wick, and then there's your nice long trade. And you will see gold, I believe, yeah, look at this, literally perfect morning star there again, perfect evening star there as well. So there's an evening star, you come up, you grab the liquidity, you reject, you close back below, cool. Then you short here, risk off that high, there's your evening star, there's your morning star. So that's I believe Dakota calls it a 3-bar reversal as well. Maybe that's what it's also called. I've always known it as a morning and evening star. Is it 3-bar reversal? Yeah, here's same thing. See, same thing. Again, that's to me this is what I look at as a perfect morning star play. But the way to enter these morning and evening star plays is, a lot of people, or the textbook will tell you to, wait for this middle candle to close bullish and then take your trade. But if I can see this middle candle, if I can see this middle candle's grab and lows and holding support, then I'm buying this candle, anticipating that this morning star is going to play out. And I'm buying here, risking off that low. And it's just something that gold loves to do, time and time and time again. Gold absolutely loves these morning and evening star plays. But the reason they're so nice is because the middle candle is typically your liquidity wick that stops most people out early. So most people try to buy here, they get stopped out, tag lows, close bullish, cool. There's your long trade. Yeah, you can see you got another one here. Not the cleanest, but there's another one there. Yeah, it happened for our long trade yesterday. And you can trade it on the 5-minute, you can trade it on the 30-minute. You can see you got another evening star here. Looking like this evening star, you close bullish, you grab highs, close bearish. There's your short. You will see them all the time on gold. Gold absolutely loves them. And gold has done these morning star plays for so long. I mean, even here yesterday, look at this. Look at this. 4-hour long trade yesterday. Look at this, guys. I didn't take this one because the hourly close bearish, but look at that. Perfect. So you got a 15-minute morning star there. Cool, you've broken out. And then what do you have here? This is why this trade yesterday was so nice. You have another one right there. Another 5-minute morning star. So you got a 5-minute morning star. You got a 15-minute morning star below a level of liquidity. So there's a perfect example that literally happened in our long trade yesterday here on gold. Okay, you can see another one here. You can see an evening star here. You can see another morning star here to push up. You see them absolutely everywhere. But yeah, that's also a good question, man. Is Will you take a trade just off a morning star, or will you stack it with more confluences? Again, that's the great question, man. Is yeah, you don't just want to be trying to buy and sell every single time you think a morning evening star is shaping up. You know, I'll take a morning star because I have reasons to buy up into a liquidity level, or I'll take an evening star because I have a reason to short down into a liquidity level. So look at this. You had an evening star here above a liquidity level, so that's the reason to take a short. So you don't want to be trying to jump in every single one. It's like it's an entry pattern for confluences that you've already done on the higher time frame. So you have your reasons and your targets of where you want to trade into. Then you might use a lower time frame morning evening star as an entry criteria to get into your trade. Yeah, look at that NQ dropping back lower. Look at that price session NQ. Good patience there on NQ. Tag the lows bullish, straight back below. Yeah, nice. Let's have a look, Tom. At 6:45, 15-minute tag the previous lows. Let's see here. 6:45. Yes, right there. Tag the lows, hold support. Nice run. Held above. Yep, absolutely, man. That's a very nice trade. Especially because you have hourly fake outs down here. If you put your risk at the low of the middle candle, can you get wicked out of the morning star reversal? Very rarely. The only time that you, I mean, like if I show you the only time that this doesn't, I mean, nothing works 100% of the time, but the only time that it doesn't work, and these morning star plays do get re-grabbed, which is very rare. The only time I've ever seen these morning star plays get wicked out, I'll just show you guys. So in morning stars like this, you have that wick rejection, you come down, grab the lows, and then the next candle does this and then has that nice push up. Now the only time, that's not a very good drawing, but you kind of see what I mean. The only time, actually let's just find an example on the chart for a second. But no, the reason you risk off, let's say this trade from yesterday, let's see if we take it from here. So you're risking off that low, because it's a liquidity wick. So you don't just put your stop loss down here just because it looks nice. You're putting your stop loss down here because if this is a true liquidity grab, you shouldn't need to re-break that low. But if you do re-break that low, then there's a high chance you just come much lower anyway. Therefore, that's a pretty good exit of a long trade. But can you get wicked out? I mean, yes, very rarely. The only time I've seen price like come all the way back down to wick the morning star one more time, which in all the examples I've seen here, I haven't seen happen. The only time something like this happens, or the only time I've seen it happen, is in Asia, where there's not enough liquidity and you come down for an extra liquidity wick before going higher. That's the only time I've seen it happen, is a handful of times in Asia. But very rarely. Very, very, very rarely. Like you can see here, nice evening star. How often does it come up and re-tag the middle candle? Very rarely. You should be respecting this low here for the trade to be valid. So once you, again, that's why you wait for this wick to happen. Whereas most people try and buy here, sit their stops down just below, and then they get wicked out, and then you have the move. So that's what we're taking advantage of. We are taking advantage of the fact that most people have been wicked out, and you hold the support, and that's why we're taking the trade. So that's the liquidity grab where most people have got stopped. You know, people who try and trade double bottoms. What do they do here? People, you know, right here. Again, this is where people think there's a morning star, but the reason you wouldn't buy this play here is because you hadn't grabbed the low. So people try and buy here, sit their stops down just below. They get wicked out, and then you have the real move. So once they've been wicked out, that's where you're entering the trade. So you wait for the liquidity grabs to happen, and then you get long risk off the low, and there's your trade. Use the 150 to get more confidence back. Yeah, nice time. Yeah, no, I like that trade, man. You had it in confluence with the higher time frame breaking out down here as well. So I like that trade. Gold still kind of ranging above here, guys. NQ selling back off pretty aggressive. Nothing too much shaping up here, guys, but it's good to share that stuff with you guys. It's very, very, very important. I'm just going to grab some more here, guys. 2 seconds. Yeah, I did put all my top step stats for the month into TradeZella last night. I say final trading day of the month. It's always good to look back and see how your month has gone. So I exported all of my trades for the month from every single one of my Topstep accounts here. And we are up a very nice 17,000 here for the month on Topstep. With a 67% win rate, 3.74 profit factor, and only a 1.8 win-loss ratio, which is pretty good. Most people are trying to go for like 1 to 4s to 1 to 5 risk to rewards. Like, I mean, you can do that, but do what works consistently. No, it's pretty easy to do, to be honest. You just go to your trades here. If you just export it, then you can literally just drag and drop it in. So I just exported all of my accounts and then drop them all in. It's super easy. I just did it all for you. Look, does this for you. A lot of MGC trades. So I literally just go through all of my accounts. Go through all of my Topstep accounts, just export all of the data, drop it in, and I'll go cool and go have a look and look in here and see. Cool. You know, obviously I've had way more losing trades than these 2 days of the month. But if you look across, like if I look at this, you know, see here we had a minus 826 on Wednesday the 22nd. Well, if you go Wednesday the 22nd here, 4.36 thousand is because I had a great trade on another account. Yeah, it is closed. You don't need it, to be honest, man. I just use it. I just like to be able to drop in all of my Topstep accounts and just kind of see how everything has gone for the month. But yeah, like I say, this has been a very, very, very good month in gold. Gold has been absolutely amazing this month. And I don't know if I can see how many trades I take on average a day, but I try and take like 1 to 2 trades a day max. Some of these trades, you know, you see like 9 trades here. I didn't take 9 new trades. It's just like, you know, sometimes 1 or 2 trades max. But you can kind of even see here, like, what is it? This day was this is. I see here. Look, wait, where's my 5K day? Where's my 5K day? Oh, here. Sorry. Here's my 4 here. Like this day, look, 4.8K is like literally 4 trades. As I always say to you guys, you know, less is more. You don't need to be. Take a look here, $600 a day, just 2 trades. Obviously these ones are more, but these are micros in and out. Like yesterday's trade was micros in and out. So it looks like we took 18 trades yesterday. We didn't take 18 trades. We took maybe like 2. So less is absolutely more. So I say to you guys, you know, I could sit here and try and take a trade right now. So I go back and look at this and I go, okay, well, what actually works here? Well, what works for me is just taking 1 to 2 good trades a month, and that's it. Walking away and being done. Aaron, you're one of the finest traders I've seen who not only trades well, but explains his setup without any hesitation, explains everything. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's what we're trying to do here, man. Like the trade we took yesterday, I'm not just trying to take these trades so you guys can just copy it blindly. It's about understanding the reasons behind the trade so you guys can get set up for the whole entire day here. You know, when we get some trades together, it's fantastic. But I want you guys to understand the reasons behind these trades, because gold isn't really an instrument that has to move at a specific session. But it moves very well throughout the day, so it's always good to keep an eye on these things and and understand the plan. So I appreciate that, man. Thank you. So if I'm green today, I will not only have my first green week, but also first time with 8 green days in a row. How to not F this up? Well, the way you're thinking about it probably needs to be changed pretty quick already. You shouldn't be ever thinking, oh, if I get a green day today, this is going to be my 8th green day in a row. You can't think like that. You can't think that, you know, if I take a good trade today, you know, I'm going to have a green week. You're trying to trade the P&L, not the charts. You should come onto the charts with 0 of that noise. You shouldn't ever come onto the charts. Like I don't come onto the charts and go, oh, well, if I take a good trade today, you know, maybe I can get this to 5,500. You know, you come onto the day and you just trade. The more pressure you put on yourself through that outside noise, the harder it is you'll hold yourself back. Like if I come onto the chart today thinking I need to get a green trade today for XYZ, I can almost guarantee I'm going to have a losing day today. I can guarantee I'm going to have a losing day because I'm putting that external pressure on myself, and I'll end up trying to force a trade that's not even there just because of them reasons that you listed. So to how to not F this up is eliminate that thought process as much as possible. You come onto the charts thinking, cool, is there an opportunity today? Yes or no? Regardless of what happened yesterday, regardless of what happened the previous week, is there a trade today? Yes or no? Super simple. I never come onto the charts thinking, you know, I want to take a green trade today because of something that happened yesterday or last week. I come onto the charts today and I go, regardless of what happened yesterday, is there a trade today or not? It's super simple. And for me, I don't really see anything right now. You know, I could look at this and go, oh, you know, look, if I maybe trade a little bit more, maybe I can get this to like a 6K this week. I just go, oh, is there a trade today? We're a little bit choppy. You're kind of at resistance, support. I don't really see too much shaping up here. Let me wait. You should remove, you know, trading's hard enough and managing yourself is hard enough. The more of these like external expectations that you put on yourself and these external factors that really don't matter, the harder you make it. And it's the same as trying to get your first payout. You know, you might be like 2 or 3 $150 green days away from a payout. And if you come onto charts, then I go, okay, cool. If I get my 150 green days here, I could take out $5,000. I never think like that. I used to, and that's what held me back for so long. You should never come onto charts with them expectations. You just focus on taking good trades. And like I say, a byproduct of taking good trades is you will have them green weeks, you will have them green months. But don't focus on chasing that, just focus on chasing good trades. Break down my FOMC trade. Yes, I have a video coming out as soon as it's ready of this FOMC trade, which was about 4.8 thousand. So yes, I have a trade coming for this breakdown. I will recap this in my new YouTube video. I'll recap this trade and I'll also recap the trade from yesterday. Gold looking like it wants to pull back here, guys. NQ kind of, you know, bullish, bearish, bit of an ugly range here. I'm glad we're staying patient on NQ. How many trades do you take this month? I think I take too many trades. I think most people probably take too many trades. For me personally, I try and average like 1 to 2 trades a day. Some of these trades here, you know, like 16, you know, well here 2, 1, 2, 4, 8. Yesterday wasn't 4 trades. We just scaled in and out of this trade. Same as the scaling in and out of the 1 trade. So I'm averaging 1 to 2 trades a day max. You don't need more than that. And I don't trade every day either. Like I say, I look at this, I go, if I get a trade here today, fantastic. Win or loss, regardless, that'll be a good trade. You know, a lot of over trading comes from, again, trying to trade the P&L. More trades doesn't equal more profit. More trades in a day equals more stupid emotional decisions that we're probably going to end up regretting. So, close my trade. Yeah, nice. Amazing, Sean. 200 ticks. Absolutely amazing, man. Amazing. How many, if you think you're taking too many trades, you probably are. So how many are you actually taking? And if it was as easy as sitting here taking 5 to 10 brand new trades every single day, well, we'd all be rich by now, but it's not. That's not the case. You know, like I said to you guys, the hardest part of trading is managing ourselves. And the more trades we take, the more likely we are to do something stupid. So we want to eliminate that as much as possible by trading less and focusing on quality over quantity. So again, it's what all the top step guys preach. It's what I've always preached is quality over quantity. I could sit here and take like 2 to 3 trades the whole entire week and make great money. I take more because I'm streaming here with you guys, but I could literally sit here and take like 2 to 3 trades the whole entire week and get good trades and just wait for the good quality setups. You know, there's no reason to think that more trades in a day equals more profits. It just equals more bad decisions that you're going to regret. Yeah, exactly, Sean. That's the same as my thinking, man. Nice, that's what we like to hear, man. You changed my trading to be much less stressful and less analysis paralysis. So thank you, Aaron the Goat. That's absolutely amazing, man. That's what we love to hear. And that's what it should be. That's what I say to you guys. You know, when you focus on these high time frame closures, it is less stressful And it's not analysis paralysis. Like the way we trade, you know, it's complex in the sense of understanding liquidity, but when you understand it, it is very simplified compared to a lot of strategies these days. Like I said on Topstep Fast Markets the other day, it's like, you know, people try and make technicals these days into like some sort of like crazy art. Or I think we made the joke about astrology for traders, but it's like the hardest part of trading isn't this. It's not. The hardest part of trading is ourselves. Yeah, nice. Good to recognize that, man. Not trading today. I always mess up on the last day of the month. Well, good to recognize that. It's amazing. I think that's a pretty smart decision, to be honest. Do I trail my stops? I don't trail my stops. Gold doesn't really move like a market like NQ, where, you know, you can have these just amazing run-ups that you can trail. Gold's typically playing in big ranges. So I find most of the time if I try and trail on gold, majority of the time it just hits me at break even anyway, or it gets trailed and it always gets hit. So personally, I don't trail. I have my entry, I have my exit, and I'm done with the day. If I want to take another trade, cool, I'll take another brand new trade. But yeah, me personally, I don't trail. Yeah, nice. Thank you for your teaching. Thank you, man. Checked out yesterday's stream. Very helpful seeing how you reference the 5, 15, and 30 charts to inform adding to a position intraday. Yes, exactly. That's why you guys who weren't here yesterday, highly advise you guys to go back and watch yesterday's stream. Because yesterday's stream, I started the position small. I added up to about 3 contracts. I also said where I was scaling in, why I was scaling in, what I was waiting for, and where I was waiting to manage and exit the trade. So definitely worth going back to watch yesterday's trade. And this ended up being an absolutely huge trade. Absolutely huge trade. So definitely worth going back to watching. Let's have a look here on gold, guys. Gold pretty much is in the exact same place since we started the stream. Here, 7:30, we're in the exact same place. So nothing missed. And mental capital has been preserved. Do you ever copy trade XFAs? If not, do you have a strategy for managing multiple XFAs? Sometimes I'll copy them. To be honest, I'll keep them separate. Like if I get a good trade here on my account, like I did yesterday, I'll lock it out. And if I see a good opportunity in New York, I'll just take it on a different account. I mean, if I had copy traded, it's like, yes, I would have made way more this month. You know, I would have made. That's what. I did not need a calculator for that. That was embarrassing. I would have made like 25,500, but still I made 17 keeping them separate. I'd like to have them separate, to be honest. I don't like to copy trade all of them. Maybe copy trade 1 or 2 and then keep some separate, just depending on the markets and the trades and if I want to continue trading or not. Gold just kind of ranging at these highs here, guys. Goldie ranging at the highs. NQ, again, I like NQ back down into 26,100, to be honest. If I was going to trade against, if I was going to short this in NQ, you'd have to see a pretty decent hourly fake out, because that tagged lows closed very bullish. So I wouldn't want to be, I wouldn't really want to be buying or selling NQ right now. Yeah, too reliant on technology. Yeah, too reliant on ChatGPT. Talking to ChatGPT. Good morning, ChatGPT. What should I have for breakfast today? Should I go long on short today on gold? Brain's fried. Brain's gone. We're all doomed. So yeah, Goldie's still chopping at the highs. NQ above and below. So yeah, nothing. Like I say, guys, nothing missed. Didn't really expect too much moving here, but that's why it's good just to sit on our hands and show you guys the real-time patience. The morning stars work on the lower time from like the 5 minute. Yeah, I mean, yesterday's trade was a 5-minute morning star play. You will get much nicer trades taking them off the higher time frame, but do they work on the 5 minute? Yes, not as reliable. But you kind of see here, yesterday's trade was ended up being a nice 5-minute morning star. Personally, I don't really watch the 5 minute that much. I certainly don't use it for pattern recognition. But you can see it does work. Like, here's a nice 5-minute morning star. But if this was a 30-minute morning star, you know, this 75 tick trade on a 30-minute would be like, you know, a couple of hundred. So it's like, it's still the same amount of move. Like if this was a 30-minute, it would still look the same. But on a 30-minute, this tick amount would be way worth it. Whereas on a 5 minute, you know, sometimes it could even just be 20 ticks. If you know what I mean. So picture this as the 5 minute. There's a 5 minute morning star. Perfect 5 minute morning star right there at 2:45 London time. You had a great nice buy up. On a 5 minute, it maybe gave 70 ticks. If that was a 30 minute morning star, it would probably give like a couple of hundred. So just in the higher time frame, you're going to get the bigger moves and the cleaner moves. But yeah, you can use them on the 5 minute. I personally wouldn't really focus on it too much. Higher time frame is key on gold. You can use the 5 minute for execution, but I've kind of stayed away a lot from the 5 minute, to be honest, and have way better trades and it's way less stressful. Fake out is the same as a liquidity grab? Not really. I mean, maybe on a certain time frame. But I mean, it is a liquidity grab, but it's kind of like this is a nice fake out play. It's like, yeah, it is a liquidity grab, but it's more so it's nice of a fake out play because you broke below and then broke right back above. Whereas sometimes a liquidity grab can just be where you just wick the lows and hold support. But fake out play is when you actually break support and then break right back above and then you take it long. Whereas a liquidity play can just wick out the lows and hold above and then you take a trade. That's amazing, Tom. Amazing to hear that, man. Amazing. Do you use different accounts for different types of trades? Yeah, sometimes I use, like, this is my main London account. The reason I didn't take this trade on FOMC here is because it was higher risk. So I accept that it's high risk and I'll use it on account of maybe a different buffer size, for example. But I always have a main account that I'll trade first and prioritize, like this. Like I have a main account and prioritize. So have an account that you're trading properly, but you know, again, you know, don't worry about having loads of accounts. Just focus on consistency. If you don't get consistent on the one main account, then you know, adding more accounts isn't really going to help too much just yet. You can focus on adding the more accounts and, you know, scaling as you progress. But right now, just focus on that consistency as much as you can. As much as you can. They wait for candle close on the morning stars. Yes. I wait for candle closures on. I mean, otherwise you don't know it's a morning star until the candle's closed. All I wait for candle closure is the middle candle. Wait for the middle candle to, you know, grab the lows, hold support, then I'll buy the next one. For instance, here, when you see this grab the lows and close and holding support, then you buy this one. You don't wait for this one to close. You're already long on this one. Exactly, Sean. Yeah, some people get focused on max funding instead of consistency. Yes, it's very true. Whereas if you focus on consistency and then max funding, you'll do it the right way and you'll make way more. Potential evening star on the hourly. Oh, let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. Yes, definitely. Yep, absolutely. But the only thing is with this hourly evening star is that, yes, it is an hourly evening star shaping up. But does that mean we want to start shorting it all of a sudden? Personally, not really. You know, I'll short an hourly evening star if I have reasons for gold to go lower. But I still look at this and go, yeah, it is an evening star. Just in terms of the example, it's absolutely an evening star shaping up. You know, if this hourly closes wicking out the highs, holding resistance, you want to see this next hour open top wick. And then that's where you'll get short. And then you're anticipating it's going to look something like this. So yeah, it definitely is. But again, you'd want to see this hourly actually close holding the support. Doesn't have to close bearish, but as long as it wicks out these highs and holds it, yeah, definitely. And again, you want to have a reason to sell. You don't just want to sell it just because it might be an hourly evening star shaping up. Because this could close like this. Well, the next hourly could still just come up and close bullish. And the reason it could still close bullish is because there's no real downside targets and you're still at support. So that'll be most of the time when the morning and evening star plays don't work. But yeah, in terms of the example, is this an hourly evening star shaping up here? Yes, absolutely, man, absolutely, which is a great spot. That's what you want to be doing. You want to be seeing them shape up in this middle candle before this candle opens. So when this 9 AM candle opens, you're ready to take the short because you've seen this shaping up already. Whereas most people with the evening stars, you know, they, where's it gone? They try and let this candle play out and then try and get the short. Whereas for me, you know, if you haven't already shorted this candle, you probably missed the move. And then you end up trying to short too low, then you don't really have a risk to reward. But yeah, that's exactly what you want to be doing, is trying to anticipate the evening star shaping up before it closes pretty much. So when you jump on that 9 a.m. candle, cool, you're ready to short. You're ready to drop down to lower time frame and start looking for your shorts. But I would be, personally, I'd be a little bit skeptical shorting this hourly evening star, just because you are still, you know, holding above some pretty intraday big resistance, and yesterday closed very bullish. So yesterday closed very bullish. So trying to short an hourly evening star against yesterday's huge bullish candle, it's a little bit risky. So you want it to, you want it to confluence with everything else, which may sound confusing, but I promise you guys, it's really not. It's just seeing it enough to understand why I wouldn't take this evening star, why I wouldn't take a potential morning star, knowing what my daily bias is without even needing to think about it. You know, with me out even needing to look at it, it's like I remember in the back of my mind, yesterday closed very bullish. You've had a nice hourly fake out from down here. So always keep in the back of your mind how your high time frame is looking, because that's what's going to paint the real moves on gold, and the lower time frame is purely to execute based off what you're remembering the higher time frame is shaping up. So I know my daily's bullish. I know I've had an hourly fake out and a bullish closure to the lows. Therefore, I'm not really trying to short here. So remember, guys, you guys on YouTube, if you want to see some more content, you guys want me to look at your trades, remember to... Oh, look at this. We hit 600 followers here on X. On as at the Aaron Trades. If you guys tag TopstepTV, hashtag London Open, hashtag myself, I will see and be able to repost your chart as well. So guys, remember, drop me a follow on X, and we're trying to grow this hashtag London Open community here, which is, you know, growing nice. We got what, 670 people tuning in, which is amazing. Yeah, drop a like, absolutely. Can I ask? Of course, man, of course. This evening star we're basically discussing is not worth it, as the daily bias is not clear, and hence the high time is still unclear. Well, if you were shorting this evening star, like, where's your targets? Because that's the number one thing is, well, where's your targets? Unless you have targets, then maybe I don't, which is absolutely fine. Then you could short it. But me, I don't see any downside targets. And if you're trying to short gold, regardless of if it's an evening star or not, you're trying to sell gold into support. Doesn't really make any sense, right? There's a few different reasons why you wouldn't sell it. You wouldn't sell it because, you know, gold was very bullish yesterday. You have broken bullish for the past, well, since 3 a.m. London time, gold's been bullish. So you're up 360 ticks. So do I want to trade against this move up just because I think there's an evening star shaping up? Well, if anything, you start breaking out here. Remember, you could come to these highs. And if you look to the left even more, you could come all the way back up to here on gold. So if anything, I'd be looking for morning star plays today. I'll be looking for morning star plays around a nice level of support to go along, which, unfortunately, not unfortunately, because we had a great trade, it doesn't really matter, but for you guys who are trading pre-London and Asia, that's what you want to be looking for. So why would you take this morning star play, an hourly fake out, as opposed to this potentially hourly evening star? Well, you had a bullish closure yesterday. You're trading back above 4,000. You've hit some highs, you've pulled back, you've closed back above. So that's the reason you'd be taking longs here and not shorts from up here. Because the daily closed very bullish. You'll probably come and tag yesterday's highs, which is up here, which you still haven't tagged yet. You know, it's also the final trading day of the month. There's many of reasons why I would take this morning star and not this evening star if it shaped up. But the main reason is the higher time frame. The daily and the 4 hourly is still bullish. Therefore, when I drop down to lower time frame, I'm looking to follow that. And I'm looking for the easy trade following the markets, not trying to fight them all the time. Because we always have to remember, you know, it sounds obvious, but we don't control these markets. We can only be in flow with them and follow them. So I want to follow what the higher time frame traders are doing, because they're the ones who are really moving the markets here. So with that being said, guys, you guys on YouTube, it's been an amazing week in the market. It's been an amazing month in the markets. No trades here for me in the London session, but it was still great to jump on with you guys and share some amazing value. So I'm probably going to wrap up my week and month there. Like I say, it's been an absolutely amazing month here. We shared a lot of wisdom here with you guys this morning as well. So I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. If you did, you know, drop a like. I will post a recap of the trade from FOMC on my channel over the weekend. And I will see you guys same time again every single day next week. Remember, trade safe. Don't force any trades, guys. We have all next week and all next month to take some brand new amazing trades. So I'll see you guys same time again on Monday. Have an amazing weekend, guys. Happy Halloween to everyone as well. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Trade safe, guys. Peace.